Hi. I just got an accessory in the mail that lets me plug in my fancy mic to my phone. So we're gonna play around with it and see if you can hear me better. Okay, well, I'm just testing this out, but maybe we should record something. I don't know. What should we record? Oh, I see my Kindle. Should we do what I'm currently reading? Just hash out what I'm reading right now. Let me grab it. I'm only in 2 books right now. Maybe we'll talk about what I'm reading and what I'm thinking about reading next. What's taking up the majority of my time right now is the Emma M. Lyon series by Beth Brower, and it's great. It's lovely. I don't reread books, but I could just see myself dipping in and out of these in the future because they're just fantastic. There is a storyline, but also just feels like you're living in the day-to-day with a character, and I think that is the most underrated storyline. Usually when I get to the end of a book or the end of a TV series or the end of a movie, I'm like, okay, they're together now, or they're safe now, or whatever it is that has happened in the movie has been resolved, and I just want to watch them live their happy lives. I really love how Beth Brower uses Emma and her journals to really dig at grief. There is a lot of grief that she walks through, and it's very personal and raw and realistic too. If you don't know, I feel like I'm getting way ahead of myself. If you don't know anything about the Emma M. Lyon series, there are now 8 novels. The first 3 are pretty short. I'm on the 4th one. It follows Emma M. Lyon in the 1800s in London, and both of her parents have passed. She's an orphan, and she is coming of age. Like she'll turn 21 and be able to claim her birthright in the next 6 months after this is being, as this is being written. I think I'm 6 months away currently from her 21st birthday. And so she is back living in the house that is her birthright and that will technically be hers when she turns 21. And she's just figuring out life. She aspires to be a spinster, do her own thing, have her own home, type situation. And there's lots of broody, quirky men in her life that are really fun, and it is very slow burn. The first 2 books, there's not really any romance at all. And by romance, I mean even her claiming that she has feelings for anyone. But there are so many different men, so I'm sure they'll all kind of get intertwined romantically, her feelings for them, maybe. I don't know. I think she's starting to maybe acknowledge some feelings she has for one of them in this current book. But it's just really fun. It's a lighthearted, but also makes you think the emotions she's dealing with read, and I'm really enjoying it. It feels like Emma is a friend and she's just writing letters, updating you with her life. If we were in today's day and age, sending text messages back and forth, or Marco Polos, or however you send your friends updates. It just feels like she's doing that with the reader, and it's really fantastic. I'm 52% into the 4th Emma M. Lyon. So that's been good. Emma M. Lyon is also on Kindle Unlimited. If you haven't tried a free Kindle Unlimited trial, you should. I actually had 2 free trials first. This is a hack. If you get a free trial and then cancel it, then wait a few months, usually you can be ready for another free trial. The other book that I'm reading, I'm listening to it on audio, and I'm at 40%. And I cannot decide. It's called The Bear and the Nightingale. It's a fantasy, Russian folklore fantasy. I thought it was going to be an epic fantasy, and it does not feel that way right now. So unless something shifts in the second half of the book, it is not at all what I was expecting it to be. Also, listening to it on audio is really difficult because all the names sound exactly the same. All the Russian names. I think if I was reading it, I'd be able to distinguish, obviously by spelling, the different names of the characters, but listening to it on audio is kind of rough. I've also been listening to it at pretty fast speeds. Maybe I should slow it down. But there's a lot of characters. Lots of their names sound similar. And then lots of them have their normal long name, but then they're called something else. Like a nickname. So it feels very disjointed right now. I mean, I still have 60% left of the book, so there's still time to figure out how I'm feeling about it, but it's not one that I'm currently right now wanting to pick up and read. So there's that. Well, I want to do an epic fantasy. My problem with epic fantasy is that I have all these books I want to read, and I'm new to fantasy, and in my adulthood, I'm new to fantasy. I read like middle grade fantasy growing up. As an adult, I am new to the genre and I love it, but getting to the point where I'm ready to start a fantasy feels like I'm trying to get over a hurdle or a speed bump or something. I just mentally have a roadblock with picking one out and starting it. So right now, some of the fantasies I have swirling around in my head to start are the Will of the Many Deluxe Edition. Hello. Are you kidding me? I'm waiting until closer to the release date of the next book because I've heard there's a crazy cliffhanger at the end, and I just don't want to have to wait for a long time for the next book. And The City of Brass by S.A. Chakraborty. I don't know if that's how you say her name, but this series looks fabulous. This was a fun impromptu chat. I wasn't planning on recording anything today. Just trying to figure out my mic, so hopefully it works. Hopefully the audio is good for you. I'm sure this will be another learning curve moving forward. YouTube is so brand new to me. I actually, in college, I have an art degree, and one of the classes that I dropped my senior year was computer art because I couldn't major in art and minor in graphic design, and I had never learned Photoshop or Illustrator or any of the Adobe platforms. And so the first day of my computer art class, the professor said, he was going through the syllabus, and he was like, it says on here that we're going to go through the Adobe, like a couple Adobe programs. We're not going to do that because all of you know how to use it. And that was literally why I signed up for the class, because I was like, I actually don't know. All that to say, now I kind of wish I had taken that class, because if I had known in however long I've been out of college that I would be starting a YouTube channel, it'd be really nice to know video editing. So don't ask me about YouTube tips, all right? I don't have a knowledge base for this platform. Oh my gosh. Am I gonna edit that out? Thanks for sitting down with me. I feel like I just invited you into my living room for a little chat. This was fun. If you have not checked out my other videos, I launched this channel with a few. So if you haven't seen my other videos, I would love for you to check this one out right here and make sure to subscribe. And I will see you again. Until next time, I hope all of your reads are 5 stars.